3 children were stabbed outside a primary school in Dublin, Ireland, with one 5-year-old girl still fighting for her life. And naturally, the political establishment and the media were more outraged about what happened later that night. News reports suggested the knife man was an Algerian national, a fact that the BBC and others rushed to tamp down by asserting that he was an Irish citizen. Right, so he'd been given a piece of paper then. And that he'd been in the country for 20 years. Right. So, an immigrant then. So wait, this was supposedly one of the well-integrated ones. Doesn't that make it even more concerning? No matter, because the same media and political class that took a knee and genuflected before months and months of violent BLM rioting suddenly developed a collective disdain for rioting. Apparently Irish lives don't matter. Vehicles were torched, fireworks whizzed through the cold night air as irate mobs expressed their rage at the stabbings. Maybe they should have reacted to the stabbing of 5-year-old children by just all holding hands and wistfully singing "Don't Look Back" in anger instead. No doubt criminal opportunists exploited the anger to cause bedlam. But the media immediately denounced everyone involved as far right, because apparently being displeased about little kids being stabbed in broad daylight makes you far right. Guess this looter was far right too then. Guess these guys were far right too.
3 Irish kids stabbed today and you're in robbing the place. What, are you all doctors and engineers? There you are, folks. Look who's robbing the clothes. Don't get him.
The media then quickly vilified absolutely everyone involved, as if they were worse than the cretin who stabbed the little boys and girls. The Irish press was infinitely more outraged over the fiery but mostly peaceful protest than the attempted murder of kids. The Irish leader was more upset at the Irish people than the would-be child murderer.
To all those cowardly champions of Ireland who took to the streets of Dublin last night, let me say one thing. Ask your sisters, ask your friends, ask everyone you know what they fear most on our streets. They're afraid of you, afraid of your anger and your rage, afraid of your violence, your hate, and how you blame others for your problems.
Yeah, call me presumptuous, but I think they might be more afraid of their kids getting stabbed in broad daylight, actually. BBC, it's not clear what caused the unrest. Mine truly boggles. The left reacted with their usual party trick of literally doing the Norm Macdonald joke. I'll tell you what I'm scared of right now, and that's white Irish men. Interestingly, no white Irish men stabbed any children yesterday, though. Meanwhile, Conor McGregor went full beast mode, asserting that Ireland was in a war and that politicians had betrayed the people in favour of mass migration. Lest we forget, Ireland is suffering through a horrendous housing shortage, which has made basic living completely unaffordable for many native Irish. And yet their government continues to import vast numbers of people.
Excuse me, I am a resident here. I want to know what's going on. All men. All men.
Where's all the women and children? Why is it all men that have suddenly arrived in our village?
All these fellas. All men.
With a further 30% population increase planned by 2040.
Can you guess what the most popular boy's name was in Galway in 2022?
Richard.
It was not Richard.
Was it? Oh, fuck. Didn't see that coming. It wasn't Richard.
No, would you like to know what it was?
Yeah.
Right, I'll let you try and answer first.
I'd say Jack.
I'd say Mohammed.
You're correct.
What? Ah, fuck off. It wasn't Mohammed. In Galway. Mohammed.
If only you knew how bad things really are.